Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Kickin' It with J.Lane't. On this podcast, I sit down with amazing artists of all industries. We talk about who they are, where they're going, and how they want to inspire the next generation. On this episode of Kickin' It with J.Lane't, I flipped the script a little bit. That's right, we're switching it up. We've been talking a lot with music industry professionals, but today we're going to talk to a professional dancer. Yes, Miss Shayskii J out of California. She's a dancer and entrepreneur, so you don't want to miss this episode and get to know your new favorite artist, as in dance artist. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey, Miss Shayskii. Okay, little Tybo. Okay, we got it going. Yes, we got Shayskii J in the building. What's up, girl? So this week we went a different route. So we've been talking to musicians, producers, singers, but this week we are shining the spotlight on a dancer. I've known this young lady, I would say, since she was born. I mean, we're not gonna go into detail just yet, but I know who you are. Why don't you tell the people who you are? What's your name? What do you do? Let's go.
Hello, everyone. As she mentioned, I'm Lachey Jackson. I'm 29 years old. I'm a professional dancer. And I'm also an entrepreneur. I own the business Shayskii J Note to Self. And I've been dancing since I've been in 8th grade. So I've been dancing professionally since I graduated high school, since my college days. So I have a lot of experience in dancing and life lessons as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we got dancer, entrepreneur. And first of all, let me backtrack. Welcome. I didn't even welcome y'all to another episode of Kickin' It with J.Lane't. Yes, we got Shayskii or Lachey Jackson. How do you want me to address you tonight? How would you like?
Shayskii fine. Shayskii J.
Okay.
Shay. I answer to it all.
Okay.
All of those two.
Sounds good. Not all of them. Not all. Sounds good. Yes, I am so excited that you are on the show tonight and we're getting a little change of pace. I'm going to just put this out there. Shayskii was the very first person that I asked to be a part of this new venture that I was talking about. And that was probably like a year or so ago. I hit her up and was like, hey, if I did a podcast, would you be a part of it? And she said yes. So she is the first one that helped inspire this whole outfit, this whole thing. So thank you for being a part of the show and joining us on this episode. We know who you are. You gave us a quick intro of what you do. We just saw a video of you doing your moves and things, and we'll get into that with who you were dancing with and just some of the history behind that as well. But first question I want to know is, what made you start dancing? What made you start in this field?
I started dancing. Mainly, I really started dancing because it was a different outlet for me. I will listen to music. I grew up in church. I grew up around a lot of family that does music, of course, as like yourself. And it was always that soulfulness just always been in me. Maybe not singing, but the soulful words in the back. Right. Yeah, so that's always been in me. I used to just, move around by myself in the bathroom to the radio away from my parents. But they didn't see what I was listening to. But
right.
I got to middle school in 8th grade. That's when I actually took a beginner's jazz class and I started learning the foundations and the fundamentals. And I was like, I really want to do this. And it really was making me happy. And so that's why I originally got into dance and stayed into dancing.
Okay. Good. Okay. So started off young, middle school was just another outlet to get you going. That's good. That's good. So you have the experience, you got the years, you got the foundation of it all. That's what we like to hear. So with that, tell us something interesting about you that we may not know or people may not know about you besides from dancing and you said entrepreneurship. So what's something interesting about you?
I'm also a wife as well. I have 3 kids. I'm also a mom and wife.
Right.
I'm a wife. So I'm also very shy. People don't know that about me. I'm actually very shy, even though when I get on stage, I light up. When I get when I'm doing a speaking engagement, I light up. But in real life, I'm really shy. I'm really an introvert. So yeah,
and that's funny that you say that because you're not the first person that said that I've interviewed. And it's funny that I'm hearing that with creatives. Like we're introverted, we really don't talk much when it's just us, you know what I mean? But when it's time to shine, you put on a show. So right. So that is funny. I love hearing that because that's been a theme so far with the people that I've talked to. So that's fun to hear that. And you're a wife and mother. So congratulations on all that good stuff. I know it probably gets busy with being a professional dancer as well and trying to stay on top of maintaining the household too. So kudos to you. All right. So we're going to go back. So I always like to just remind people she's a dancer, entrepreneur. We're going to get into that as well, what you actually do, what your business is. She started off young in the 8th grade, now still doing the thing. So I know with all that you have going on, you have to have had adversities or experience adversities. So if you don't mind, just what's one adversity or a few that you've had to overcome while being a professional dancer, entrepreneur, wife, mom, all those things. So what's something you don't mind sharing with us?
Of course, I've had a lot of adversities in life, in my journey.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off, my biggest one that I remember was being a teen pregnant mom.
Mm-hmm.
So 14, 15 years old and having a baby on my hip and having to deal with a child with a disability as well at such a young age. That was really one of my first adversities that I had to really go through, and I had to deal with that as process. And I'm still processing that right now, being almost 30 years old, reimagining what my life will look like. Different from the plan I had at 15 years old.
Right.
Out, and I always had a plan by I'm 30, my daughter will be a teenager, and, I'll have this, and this. Right. But now I'm 30, my eldest child passed away in 2016. So that really just rerouted my whole life for me. So now I'm really relearning how to be just me, not be the teen mom, not be just what I was.
Right.
Myself. So those have really been like my 2 biggest adversities that have really changed me and has really just overall molded me into a whole new person. So I'm at the stage right now where I'm re-envisioning my life and re-envisioning what I want and what I want moving forward. So
definitely. Also, well, and I'm sure that has been very tough to overcome, and being in the place where you are now to be reimagining what that looks like without your eldest child, but then still having your 2 youngest and still dancing through all of that.
Right.
I mean, so so I know that has had that's definitely adversity that you've had to overcome, and still, like you said, still processing that and still overcoming that. And I will say age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, so it will definitely be a process as you keep going on. But yes, I agree with you on that. Just from my personal standpoint and knowing, I will say, y'all, first of all, let me pause. Shayskii is not only a professional dancer, okay, I'm trying to keep it professional, but this is also my cousin. So I have been around to see these things that she's talking about, and it not only affected her, but affected me as well and other members of the family. So we understand, I mean, not to the extent of you having to actually be, the mother, but definitely understand that that has had to be something I'm sure that you've had to just push through and like, okay, I'm gonna do some choreography or something to help me. Right. Yes, help get through that. So definitely kudos again on that. So with all that as well, so you're doing your business. Tell us a little bit about your business. What are you into right now?
My business right now is called Shayskii J's Note to Self. I have Shayskii J's Note to Self. I created about 7 months ago. And I created it with the intention to encourage myself as well as encourage others to turn their pain into power, and struggles into power, and for the goal is for us to empower ourselves through our struggles at the end of the day, because everyone has struggles, everyone has a story, everyone deals with different things mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. I really don't touch on the finances. It's really mentally, physically, emotionally.
Right.
So things I dealt with, I remind myself while I'm encouraging others. So I'm encouraging myself while I'm encouraging others. And I also have a Shayskii J Note to Self shop, which is jewelry with intention, jewelry and accessories with intention. So most of the jewelry is handmade jewelry.
Okay.
And then the accessories, I have sunglasses, I have makeup bags, just things that you will carry around in your everyday life. But you'll buy something from Walmart and it has no meaning, but you could buy something from my shop and you'll have a quote with it. I always give extra goodies in my bag to remind people, journals or something, to remind people to keep pushing. So you could have a pair of sunglasses, but you know where those sunglasses came from, and it empowers you.
Right.
That's basically what my business is, just encouraging others as I encourage myself to turn my pain and my struggles into empowerment. So that's really what Shayskii J Self is about. I don't have all the answers. I'm just living my life and things that I learned. I'm just helping others as I'm reminding myself and affirming things to myself as well. Because every day I don't wake up feeling empowered. Right. Every day I don't wake up feeling encouraged. Every day I don't wake up the happiest person.
Right.
Feeling like I'm the most blessed, feeling like I'm the most successful. So sometimes you need those extra tools to empower yourself. Amen. To forward. So that's why I created Shayskii J's Note to Self.
Okay, nice. So that definitely goes hand in hand with, I would even say, your ministry or who you are as a person, your integrity, and just putting all that together with your brand, being a dancer, encouraging people through your dance moves as well. So all of it goes together. You also have a blog, right, that goes with that?
Shayskii Note to Self. It's a whole entity in itself. I have a blog. I have a shop. I also do mentorship with girls when it comes to dance. So I get booked to empower girls as well as teach them choreography that they perform. So I do that as well. I also have bookings to if you need something choreographed for a show, or private lessons, as well as if you need me to just come perform.
Right.
So that's all on the website as well.
Okay.
Just click on the website.
All right. And I will definitely put a link to the website on the podcast. You guys definitely go check her out. Check out the full entity of Shayskii J's Note to Self. You definitely want to look at. Yeah. This is a tongue twister, just a little bit. But yeah. You definitely want to go check that out because she is doing big things. Also, let the people know where you're located. You're in California, correct?
California.
Yeah. At the moment, but she is willing to travel. So if somebody wants to book you somewhere, are you willing to travel?
Hit me in my DMs. distance. It depends on how far. I got kids, got a husband, y'all.
All right. Okay, definitely. So I always like to put that out there because some people are willing, some people are like, hold up, let me, check things. So, definitely if you guys are watching this, and she's dancing, she's in California, Northern California. So anyone that's looking for choreography, mentorship, you definitely want to check her out there. As far as your shop, it is online or is it in Sacramento?
It's in Sacramento and it's online as well. I started online business because I wanted to make a presence online because, especially with the economy and the way things are right now, you want to have your shop or your business online where they have to come to you and you reach more people. I people all over the state, people in Hawaii, Canada,
nice.
So being online is a really good thing, and I encourage everyone to at least try to put some part of their business online.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on that for it to be fairly new business and you got customers all over. So that's wonderful. Congratulations. So yeah, definitely you guys check out her shop, her online shop as well. If you're in the Sacramento area, definitely want to hit her up. But all of her contact information will be on the podcast. Okay. So we got a little bit more information on you about the dancing, about the business. We love to hear it. So what is next for you? Do you have anything coming up? Any conferences? What's next? What's next
for me? My next biggest thing right now that I'm working on is an affirmational journal. And I really want to get an affirmational journal out by the end of this year. My next goal is to do pop-up classes, Shayskii J's self pop-up classes. Nice. So I really want to do those this year, and it's all about me moving things around and having the time, being a mom in Hawaii.
Right.
I really do want to get those going. So those are my next.
Awesome. So you said the pop-up classes, is that going to be dancing or is that going to be like teaching meditation? What's going to encompass that?
Yeah, they're going to be pop-up dance classes.
Okay.
Inner dance classes.
Okay, nice. Okay, doing a little everything. I'm gonna have to get up in there. Little pop lock, I stay in my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane, y'all. All right, that's cool. Well, we look forward to that and hearing more about those ventures that you're looking into for the year. So with all you got going on, which sounds like a full plate, what keeps you motivated even when you don't see the benefits? And I like to say kind of even when you don't see the bag coming in how you wanted it to, what keeps you motivated in your field, in your industry?
What keeps me motivated as a dancer is my love and my passion for dance and for music, feeling, and the way I feel when I dance, the way I feel when I hear music that makes me want to dance. That's what keeps me going. Dance has always been my therapy. As I said, I've always been shy since I've been a kid. So people, they like, sometimes when people see me on stage, they're like, oh, wow, I didn't know you can do all of that. And it's because I light up on stage. Like, that's where I can pour my all into any emotion that I have. I can pour that into dance that I don't feel comfortable being in the real world.
Right.
So dance takes me to another place. So my love of dance is what keeps me going. I don't do dance for the money, but even though, my talent is not free, but my talents and my gifts are not free. I work for
right, exactly.
But it just keeps me going. Dance keeps me going. My love for dance keeps me going, and my passion. If I didn't still have a passion for dance, I would have quit a long time ago.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me going, as well as my kids, my family. They keep me going as well. Business-wise and dance-wise, my vision keeps me going, because any vision that I've had before pertaining to dance or my business, if I worked hard towards it, if I prayed and I kept the faith, God has always blessed me with everything I needed. So that's what keeps me going. Anything that's a no, anything that hasn't happened for me in the moment, I know that something will happen that's close to God's, that is God's plan.
Yeah.
So my vision may not be what it needs to be at the moment, you know, just like it goes back to me being 15 years old and be like, I'm gonna be this way when I'm 30.
Right.
Major, like it's gonna be like, but God has other plans, and sometimes you just have to surrender to that. So that's what keeps me going. What keeps me, that is what keeps me going. I'm sorry, I have nothing else to say.
No, I got you. That's no, that was excellent. Definitely. I got a little hair in my eye, excuse me, y'all. But yes, definitely having that passion behind it is a huge reason to keep dancing. And then you have the motivation of family.
I'm doing, if I wasn't getting paid, I would still dance. I would still listen to music, move around a little bit.
Right.
Like if I wasn't getting paid, I would still have my affirmations. I would still be writing in my journal, writing down my affirmations, my visions. Like dancing professionally just takes it to the next level. It just confirms to me that this is a gift that I have. My business sells. It's not about the money. It just confirms to me that I'm not alone. Like I'm doing something right, and that I'm not alone in my struggles. Somebody else sees it, they feel it, or they, you know, at the end of the day,
they with you.
I'm shy.
You're doing excellent. Thank you. The passion for it is a huge factor because you can always tell the difference between someone that doesn't have the passion for, they're talented, but they don't have the passion for it. And you can feel that. You can feel the difference. You know, she has the passion for it, has the drive. And so that definitely makes a difference as a creative, as a businesswoman, for anybody, you know, that may be watching and wanting to be encouraged by it. Just stay focused on your why, and why you're doing what you're doing, or the field that you want to dive into. If you are a dancer and you're thinking about jumping into that industry, is make sure you have the passion behind your dance moves, and no different than singing or doing music like we've talked about before, if y'all been following this. So most definitely, I love it.
That's they say that hard work beats talent when talent don't work. So
and people see that, like even, you know, the higher ups in your industry field, they see that. And that's when your bookings come, when your professional opportunities come, because they feel that behind, you know, what you're doing. So hard work, definitely got to put that in. So we talked about people wanting to jump into dance or wanting to jump into owning a business, starting a business. What is some advice that you would give a new person in this industry?
I would just say the biggest advice would be to have confidence and to push through the self-doubt. Self-doubt is the biggest hindrance. Self-doubt and procrastination paired together is the biggest hindrance. Self-doubt and procrastination will have you sitting back, scrolling on social media, wishing that was you, but you didn't.
That's so true.
So try, at least start, and don't let anyone tell you no. The only person that can really tell you no is yourself. So you have to, if you're trying to get into dancing professionally, you always go into that audition or into that rehearsal, because a rehearsal to be being a professional dancer is always an audition. It doesn't matter who you're dancing for, what team, what crew, what person you're dancing for, you're always being watched wherever you go. And just like with business wise, you're always being watched wherever you go. So always have confidence. That's my biggest thing. Sometimes I tend to shrink to the back a lot, but thank God I dance so big and when I dance. But when I go to rehearsal, sometimes I shrink to the back. And so that's what I would tell people, is to just be confident and just put yourself out there, put yourself forward in the forefront. Don't be afraid to take up space. And that's a big, some people be like, oh, they're doing that, so I can't do it. They're doing the same thing as me, I can't. Somebody needs your light. Just like to every dancer, to every business owner, someone can relate to you and someone won't relate to you. It's life. So don't let anything hinder you, and nothing's overnight. You have to work day and night. Like business wise, some days I don't get sales at all. Some months I don't, not month, but a month will pass by and I won't have any sales.
Right.
And that get mad, it just means go harder with your content, what you upload, what you're putting out there, how your website looks. So that's would be the biggest thing, is just to check yourself first. Don't be afraid to get out there on the forefront. And don't be afraid to take up space at the end of the day. And be very intentional about what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and why you're doing it. Because if not, you'll just get lost in the sauce, lost in the cloud, lost in what they want, you know.
Right.
So that would be my biggest thing.
That is so true. I love that. That was excellent advice, and can be taken for any industry, any field. Having confidence and maintaining it, not being afraid to put yourself out there. I love that. Not being afraid to shine and show what your gift, your talent is, you know. So that's spot on. Love it. Love the advice. I think I'll take it for myself as well.
Okay. Some days I don't take my own advice. Okay.
Well, make sure you go back and watch this to help encourage you. Definitely. I've enjoyed having you on here. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but y'all make sure y'all go and check her out. Give us one more time. How can we get in contact with you if we want to know more about the business? Do you have social media? Let us know. What's up?
Yes, you can get in contact with me on Instagram at Shayskii J's Note to Self. My website was just in the bio of my Instagram, www.shayskiijsnoteself.com. When you go to my website, you can click on the menu bar and click Shop Shayskii J's Note to Self if you want to shop. If you just want some encouragement, you can look at my blogs. If you want some cute pictures, you can look at my blog as well. Called Shayskii J's Note to Self. But I'm still uploading videos. Most of the videos are that I haven't uploaded to YouTube. So you guys can go look at that. And that's about it.
Well, that's a lot of ways to contact you, so that's good.
www.shayskiij@gmail.com to book me if you have any questions, any collaborations, anything.
Okay, sounds good. And I'll make sure to put all of that in the bio or the description box on our YouTube page that the podcast will go on. You guys, thank you. First of all, thank you so much again for being a part of the podcast. I have enjoyed talking to you on this episode. I hope you had a good time. And we'll definitely have you back again. So I will have all of the contact information for Shayskii J on the podcast. Make sure y'all hit her up, get to know her a little bit more. Like I said, this is the place where you will get to know your new favorite artist, and whether that's a singer, dancer, producer, a painter, you know, everybody is up in the building. If y'all didn't know, you know now. Okay, so thank y'all. God bless.
Bye.
I want to thank you so much for sitting down and watching this episode of Kickin' It with J.Lane't, as I kicked it with Shayskii J, professional dancer and entrepreneur. Make sure that you go hit that description box below to get all of her information, contact, and her website, her store website, okay? And lastly, thank you so much to everyone that's watched at least one episode of Kickin' It with J.Lane't, my new podcast. This has been amazing to sit down with so many amazing talents willing to share their story with me and the world. What a blast. And guess what? It's not over. I have a new season coming up real soon. Already got some new artists lined up. But if you want to be on my podcast, make sure that you shoot me an email with all of your contact information and what you do. How are you a creative? How are you an artist? I want to know. The world wants to know. So make sure you send me an email to jlanemusic@live.com, or you can visit my website, jlanemusic.com. Again, thank you so much, and God bless each and every one of you.
Bye.